right here.
Hello everyone and welcome to another YouTube video in the series where we look at how to play as and against Valorant agents. I want to make a disclaimer once again, as I do in every video, that these are not created for people who've been playing the game for a long time and have reached the desired rank, or if you're a long time player of Valorant. These videos are created to help bring more people into the communities, but also allow people who have just started playing a game to have an idea of how to play these characters. Once again, I am giving my knowledge as currently an Ascendant 1 player, an ex-Immortal player, on how this character functions. I could be wrong. Please leave more tips, tricks, and guides in the comments down below. Now, to start, today we will be looking at Average Jonas Simulator, or more commonly known as in the community as Sova. This character is very versatile. He is the jack of all trades when it comes to the initiator class, and I still think he stands at the top as one of the best recon characters in the game. It could be argued that Fade is better than him because she allows for much more aggressive plays, but his overall balanced playstyles allows for an extensive amount of information gathering. We will be looking at his abilities in the same order we always do: C, Q, E, X. If you have changed your bindings in the settings, you'll have different buttons set to these abilities. So for clarification, we're going to be looking at the Owl Drone, the Shock Dart, the Recon Dart, and last but not least, Sova's ultimate. So, without further ado, Sova's C ability, the Owl Drone, can be sent out. It travels a specific distance and gains altitude depending on what ground it is on. It can go higher and higher. It should be noted that when this ability was first added to the game, it lasted a much longer time. It has been nerfed over time to decrease its duration. A direct impact of this is that now Sova can only tag people twice during the entire duration of the drone. The way the tag works is there's an energy bar on the right hand side. If the tag hits an enemy, they will be pinged through the wall twice, and I'm going to demonstrate that right now using the bots in the practice range. Going to activate the bots like so, tag one of them hopefully, and you will see they ping 1, 2 times, and then the drone tag gets disappeared. It should be noted that one special thing about Sova's drone is that should the enemies line up, I don't think I got it there, but the actual tagging bullet can go through enemies and pierce them to tag 2 enemies at once. This is very rare and very difficult to do, but there are clips of it happening outside and in actual games. In order to counter the drone, one thing that should be noted is it is very loud. It displays its location very obviously unless it is standing still, in which case it is much more quiet. One of the best things you can do is, if you don't want to outright destroy the drone, you can run away from it, find a corner to hide in, and pray that the server doesn't check you, because if he doesn't, then obviously you get to keep that angle and you get to play that angle for the rest of the match. However, every good Sova player will make sure to check all angles as they are trying to take a site, making sure that everything is clear for the team, in which case it is much better to simply take out the drone. Its health bar isn't that big and goes down very quickly if you land your shots, and it also means that Sova loses a very crucial info gathering ability for his team. Sova's next ability, Shock Darts, used to be, in my opinion, the best molly in the game. If you're wondering why I'm calling them a molly, unlike regular mollies that stay on the ground and deal damage over time, Sova's arrows deal damage based on your position within the explosion radius, which is why it makes them really good, because the damage is dealt almost instantly if you land your darts. Now they can only kill someone if the 2 shock darts land in the center of the enemy. They deal 75 damage each in the center, decreasing as you go out. They travel a very long distance at full charge. They can go quite a long way, and as well as his recon, they can bounce twice. As well as his recon, they can bounce twice before exploding. They will explode as soon as they touch any surface, unless you have bounces added on them. One way to counter Sova Dart, in my opinion, is either to outright push the Sova when you know he is playing full lineups, or if I was to give an example of the spike planted there, the Sova will try to get the shock darts to land right in the center of where you will be most likely defusing in order to deal as much damage as possible. So, if you have a bit more health or a full health bar, you want to defuse on the very edge of the actual spike to make sure that you don't take the full 75 damage from both shock darts. It's not really much else to be said. It does have a delay to its explosion, making it quite difficult to hit on moving targets. So long as you're either fake defusing or defusing on the edge of the spike, you should technically health bar. Sova's next ability is one of the most versatile abilities in the game, and as well as his shock darts is the reason why he's considered such a high skill, high reward character, the king of geometry, if you will. Sova's recon dart will stick to any surface it hits the first time around unless you have bounces on it. It will proceed to pulse 3 times, and anyone caught within the large pulse radius will have their location pinged. It should be noted that Sova's dart can actually be killed in one shot from any gun in the game, including a classic, and the reason you want to take it out as fast as possible is because you don't want the enemy to location. Once again, information gathering is one of the most important things to do in this game. If you know where your enemy is, it's very easy to formulate the game plan without really having to use much game sense. Much like the shock dart, Sova's arrow can travel a very long distance before hitting any terrain, and it can bounce twice, allowing for great versatility in how you use the ability itself. Counters are to just destroy it, because if you do it as soon as it hits a surface, it does not have time to do the first ping, and once again, for about 40 seconds, the Sova is out of a crucial ability to help his team. I guess last thing to note is that the shock dart can actually stick to enemies if you hit it on them. It is quite comical to see someone with a not the shock dart, sorry, a recon dart on their head. If I hit this, there you go, it gets stuck to the enemy and it will ping all of their location now. Let's get rid of that. Now, last but not least, one of the most strongest ultimates in the game, literally game-changing when used correctly, is Sova's ultimate. It can fire 3 shots, it goes through all terrain, it has the set travel distance, and it deals 80 damage regardless of what area of the shot hits you. Often use their recon dart to ping a location, and then their ultimate to kill anyone pinged. Once again, because it deals 80 damage, let's imagine the spike is planted there again. If the server is playing for the ultimate, you can fake tap the spike to cause them to take the ultimate out, and then get them to use the first 2 shots. And then if you have more than 80 points of health, you can tank the 3rd shot, as it will not kill you, allowing you to get a pretty easy win. I've done this quite a few times, and it's a very important thing to note. Another thing you can do is, while Sova is an ultimate, he cannot use any guns or any other abilities without cancelling the ultimate itself. Hence, once Sova uses his ultimate, if you have a dash or a mobility tool, it's very easy to get up to him and get a free kill on him as long as you hit your shots. However, what Sova mains have learned how to do is, if you press your ultimate ability again, you will cancel and put his bow back. This means that as soon as your ultimate goes away, you can start using your AR again and shoot anyone trying to push you to get an easy kill on you. Once again, this is quite easy to do, and it's a very powerful tool for tricking your enemy. I'm pretty sure that covers all of it. It's not really much else to say. Sova is overall once again a very good jack of all trades in the initiator role. He is a great starting character for most people who do not want to play entry fraggers. And he's just overall one of the most iconic characters in the game. I'm willing to say that he's as much of a mascot for the game as Jet is. And Average Jonas, along with multiple other content creators, has very clearly shown how powerful he can be in the right hands. So, thank you everyone for watching. Remember to like and share the video with your friends so I can start making this for a living, because I do enjoy putting content out for all of you. As well as remember to subscribe. I have started streaming on YouTube now. I go live as often as I can, and I don't just play Valorant. I will try to branch out to other games. Currently I play Valorant, League of Legends and Tekken mostly. If you want to see content on that, please let me know down in the comments below, and thank you for watching. I have been Venter Black 3.